welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today let's talk about letting go so you can grow. It's essentially what it means. Anything in your life that's not adding any value to you, anything in your life that's just breaking you down, hurting you, making you question who you are, making you feel like you're just not good enough, or making you feel like, there's gotta be something more. Feeling like you're stagnant or you're just standing still. It's time to let it go. Those are things, thoughts, behaviors, friendships, relationships, jobs, whatever. It can be anything. Your vehicle, your home, whatever it is. If it's not adding the value that you need for it to do, or if you don't feel happy and complete in it. And don't get me wrong, happiness is your job. It's your choice. Nobody in this world can make you happy. We can only add to your happiness. So don't forget that. Don't look at it like, well, this person's not making me happy, so I'm leaving. First off, are you making you happy? That's number one. If you're making you happy, you know that you're doing all that you can to keep your being happy. But when you get around this certain person, or you go to this job, or you do this certain thing, you feel like that happiness is being depleted. That's when you know it's time to go. In order to grow to your next level, you have to be willing to sacrifice, let go, and move on. And I know I talk about this a lot. It may sound like I'm repeating myself, but it's so important. It's so essential. And it's something that I even deal with and I work with every single day of my life. I know that everything I do, everything I have in life is because of action that I've taken, a decision that I've made. And I know that with me making the decisions that I make, I know I always have to reap it. Whatever it is, it can be good or bad. And so if you want to grow, you have to make sure that you're making decisions that are important to you. You're making decisions that are adding happiness and joy to your life. You're making decisions that are helping you reach the next goal that you have in life. I don't care how much you love people, how good of friends you thought you were with somebody, how long you've been on that job. If it is no longer serving you, if they are no longer serving you, if the relationship has depleted and there's no room left for, for any type of growth, if there's a lid put on that jar, you need to let it go. That's not where you need to stay. We only have one life to live. Why live it with a cap put on top of us? Why live it inside of a jar that's sealed tight? You'll never reach your fullest potential if you're living safe. You have to stop living safe and make sure that you are actually getting yourself and putting yourself into the position to be able to flourish. Because we all had the potential to grow, flourish, and just blossom. We all had the potential to do the most scariest things we thought we would never ever be able to do. We all have that within us. But the only way that you can let it out is if you are willing to let go of the chains of comfort. And that's a lot of times what happens, why we are in situations where we're like, oh, I hate this job, but you still go to that job every day. Or I don't really trust this friend, but you still tell this friend your business because you don't have anybody else, because you're not willing to say, okay, I have outgrown this friendship. I'd rather be alone for a while until I find another friend who, who's blessed along my path. I'd rather just be alone and, work on my issues, talk to my higher being, work with myself and whatever I have to do, just be alone until you meet somebody else who you feel like you can trust, and somebody that you feel like you can express your feelings and thoughts and deepest inner, secrets with, whatever you want to do. And the same for a relationship. We don't know how to say, you know what, I'm going to cut this off because it's no longer serving me. And that doesn't mean that that person is no longer a good person. And I think that's what we try to avoid, trying to hurt a person. We feel like if we say this, they're going to think that. And 9 chances out of 10, they are going to think that way, because it's going to feel like, well, you're saying I'm no longer serving you, but I'm doing the same thing I've been doing, or I've been trying to do the things that you've asked me to do, and now I'm not serving you. But it's, we have to learn that you can explain to them that it's not them, it's not what they're doing or maybe the way that they're showing up. It's just, you just know maybe there's something more and deeper that you're needing, and you're just not able to get it there. And it's nothing against them. That's where that saying goes, it's not you, it's me. I believe that. I do, because sometimes it really is just, you just wake up and you just realize, this is not the path I'm trying to go. And so you get off that path. And like, it's not necessarily, to run and be with somebody else. It's not necessarily to try to find a better job or whatever the situation is. It's just trying to find where you feel complete, where you feel, okay, this is the path I'm trying to walk, and this is matching me. This is the friendships I'm trying to have in my life, and these friends over here are matching me. I'm trying to, maybe even get to marriage one day, and I have friends that are married, and I'm able to learn from them. I'm able to grow from them. Like, everything you do, it all starts with a decision that you make, but you first have to be willing to let go of things. You have to be willing to let go of the past. You have to be willing to let go of the hurt. You have to be willing to let go of even good memories. Sometimes you just have to, because that's what keeps us chained to things that are no longer helping us to get to the goals that we have now. We have grown into a whole different person, but we're still holding on to the good times that we have with somebody who we know is not meant to go where God is taking us. So we have to be really mindful of what we're choosing to hold on to, because in order to grow, you have to be willing to let go of some things. It's like with a plant. You cut off the dead weeds so it can continue to grow healthy. With your hair, you cut off dead ends so it can continue to grow healthy. Whatever it is, you know that everything, you have to be willing to cut some things out, let go of some things in order to grow. You want to refurnish your house, you want to make changes to your home, you're going to have to throw out some things in order to replace it with something new. It's just, that's the way that life is. You can't just hold on to everything, because what happens if you do? If you were to say, I'm going to refurnish my house, but I'm going to keep everything, that even if it's not color scheme, it's not matching the new look that I'm trying to go for, I'm just going to keep it. What's going to happen? It'll never get to you'll never see the vision that you had, and it'll be cluttered and a mess. You're not even going to be happy with it. You're going to be frustrated because it's all different patterns and colors and things going on. It just doesn't look right. You get frustrated because why? And then you realize that when you want newer things, you don't have space for it. So you have to be willing to let go of some things. You have to be willing. It's the only way that you'll grow. You cannot drag people along, things along, jobs along. You can't drag it all with you and expect that you will be able to grow, because those things hold weight, and weight keeps you down. So just really think about it, tune into it, embrace what I'm saying, and just really, really think about it. What is it in your life that you're holding on to that you may need to let go of? Where are you trying to go? Are the people and things in your life right now helping you to get to that next point? Or are they just comfortable? Are they just fun? And that can be a distraction, because if you're trying to do something that is, beyond just having fun, you're trying to really grow in something, you don't need people in your life to just want to just have fun all the time, taking you off your purpose, taking the time that you can have for studying or learning new things or putting effort towards your health or whatever it is. You just let them just take all that time away from you, because they just want to have fun and you want to have fun. So now you're not doing what you need to do. So you just sit down and just go along with the flow, because they want to have fun and they're a part of your life. And then you call them friend, or you call them husband, or you call them wife, or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your associates, your co-workers, your job. Some jobs got you working 50, 60, 70 hours a week. When do you have time for your family? When do you have time for yourself? When do you have time for anything beyond work? Your mind is just, now you're robotic. All you're focused on is just working. We have to be willing to let stuff go if it's taking from our happiness, if it's taking from our peace, taking from where we're trying to go. The things that you see for yourself, the things that you envision for yourself, if it is taken from that, if it is, if it's just being a distraction, if it is just too comfortable, you have to be willing to let it go. That's my take on it. You guys can think what you want, agree, disagree, but let's be polite and courteous, of course, as usual. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on it. Let me know, if you've been in this situation, or if you're going through it, and what you're doing to get through it or what you did to get through it, because somebody out here needs to know. So put your comments down below. We'll talk about it and we'll keep the conversation going, and we will talk next time. Bye.